Hey y'all, Plant Papa here. So today I'm heading out to the east coast of Canada to take on the East Coast Trail. The East Coast Trail is 336 kilometers. I will be doing some section hiking out there. So I won't be doing the whole trail, but I should be doing around 120 kilometers of it. I will be starting right here at the northern terminus and going up around this corner here and down towards St. John's, eventually ending up at Cape Spear, right there, Cape Spear. Now, Cape Spear is the most easterly spot in North America, so that'll be pretty cool. So let's get started, and if you enjoy the video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get on the trail. All right, so this is the beginning. I am at the, what they call the northern terminus, Topsail Beach to Portugal Cove. And it's roughly 17 kilometers. So my trip involved leaving my home city in Alberta. It was an overnight flight, so I have not slept pretty much. I slept on the plane, I think, for a few hours, but we arrived in St. John's at 7 o'clock in the morning. And it's now about 11 o'clock a.m. and I just got here to the trailhead. So I'm anticipating that maybe I'll hike about 10K and then start looking for a place to set up. So I'm about 1 kilometer in, and the trail is definitely in pretty darn good shape and well cared for, maintained. Boardwalks are good, bridges are good, so nothing to complain about, that's for sure. Well, I'd say probably a couple of kilometers into the trail, I ran into a couple of the maintenance workers, 2 groups of them. Had a nice chat with both of them, and you can see they've been out here, right there, yeah, cleaning up the trail, not getting rid of all the blowdowns. So good to see they're out here. So we just came down there. Nice water source here, which you do have to cross because I have to go up that. And that's where we came from. And the creek's down, way down there. And that's the rope that you use to get up this cliff. I was just showing you guys some boardwalks. Well, just as I got past those boardwalks, both my legs started to cramp up. So I obviously wasn't drinking enough water, and I couldn't move. Like I had to stop right on the middle of the trail and take my pack off and drink a bunch of water, and I was starting to get low on water, and then I was just like, man. And I remembered I'd seen a campsite about 1 kilometer back, and I saw water, and so I thought, you know what, I can't go on. Like I feel like I've slept 4 hours in like a 24-hour period. And so I just thought, you know what, I've put in quite a few miles today, kilometers. I don't know, I think I'm at like kilometer 15 already. So I'm just gonna probably hit the hay pretty quick here. It's pretty early, but I'm gonna get up really early because apparently there's some really heavy rain coming tomorrow afternoon, so it's not good. I've also heard from the rangers, and I've also heard from some other hikers that there's 2 sections up ahead that are virtually not passable. There are so many blowdowns that it's very, very dicey and downright dangerous. The 2 hikers I saw, they went around. They actually ordered a cab to get them around those 2 sections because there was just no way. They said they're not doing it. The rangers said it's basically closed, but you know they can't stop you from going in there, but they haven't had a chance to get in there and chainsaw them all back. And so I'm probably going to wind up having to do the same in that section. So I want to get up early and beat that rain. So anyways, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Day 1 is now complete. Well, good morning. Day 2 on my ECT adventure. Right now it is beautiful blue skies. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, Newfoundland time. And I'm just getting onto the trail. There's a fairly significant rain event coming later this afternoon around 1 o'clock. And there's a section I have to bypass, and I have no idea how I'm going to do that. So anyways, there's the trail, and I'll be heading down it, and we'll see you on the trail. Let's get going. Whoo-wee. Well, as you can tell, pretty nice blue skies right now. But man, we just climbed it. Well, me, myself, and I just climbed this huge hill. And I've already delayered one. And yeah, I'm sweating already. Crazy. Anyways, hopefully I can get a view of the bay here in a second. Alright, so I am in Portugal Cove. That is the ferry, which takes you over to that island right there. Not sure what they call it, but that's where it goes. And now I just gotta find some place to get some water and things like that. I just stopped at this little coffee house. You can see it right there, which is right into the cove here, just where the ferry is, which is in front of me. Okay, so there is rain coming in probably the next hour. I'm at Portugal Cove. The first campsite I see, I'm taking it so I can get all set up and prepared for the bit of a cold system that's coming through. Okay, well, I didn't get too far out of Portugal Cove, but I've decided that this spot is as good as any. I've got reasonably good coverage with the trees, and there's trees all around me to kind of block the winds, but look at that ocean view as well. I mean, this is where I'll be setting up my tent. There's my setup for tonight. And I'm all ready for the rain. Hopefully it doesn't last too long. But now there's a viewpoint down this trail. This is the East Coast Trail right here. And there's a viewpoint down there that I'm gonna go check out, even though I have an amazing view. Well, good afternoon. This is day 2 of the East Coast Trail, and I don't know if you can hear it, but it is raining. So I got all prepared before the rain came in, and now just gonna hang out in the tent until tomorrow morning when it's supposed to clear. So this will be a wrap for day number 2. Had a nice lunch in Portugal Cove here, and went down to that viewpoint and some nice sights along the way. And that waterfall that's in Portugal Cove was pretty nice. The bay is pretty nice here, so yeah. And apparently there are whales out there. Maybe I'll get lucky and see some tomorrow. Anyways, that'll be a wrap for day number 2. We'll see you tomorrow. Talk to you later. Well, good morning. It is day number 3 on the East Coast Trail. Just getting started. Just packed up my gear. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and pretty much a foggy day right now. Rained most of the night. Had a few hours where it didn't rain, so that was good. Overall, just kind of hung out in my tent most of the night and had a reasonable sleep. So anyways, we're heading to a town called Flatrock. It's about 16K. Might go further than that, but we'll see how the day goes. See you on the trail. So as you can see there, the trail takes you through some pretty nice old growth forest. Very lush. Kind of wet today after all that rain last night, but and of course there's awesome ocean views all the time as well. So that's pretty cool. I mean, this is coastal hiking. It's beautiful. Fantastic job building this staircase and this bridge that's coming up. And just so you know, since I left Portugal Cove, I've counted at least 6 water sources, so you don't have to carry too much water after Portugal Cove. Okay, I'm just entering the Flatrock area. There's some civilization in the background there. I'm currently in the town of Torbay, one of the bigger towns in the area. Doing a little bed and breakfast here today. Need to get cleaned up, have a shower, resupply. So that is a wrap for part 1 and day 3 of the East Coast Trail. Be sure to come back and check out part 2, starting with day 4, and that will be in about a week's time. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in part 2.